I could point out all the things about how bad this life can seem, but we work hard, we making it. Forward motion on everything.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to FourWords Monday. It's your boy Valet, d-roc, and I'm just glad that you're back. I want to welcome you back to FourWords Monday, week 40. We're getting closer to 52, end of the year. It's going to be a great time. Now, before we get started, just real quick, important. Less than an hour ago, there was an Amber Alert in Sheridan, Indiana. Madison Lloyd, tan, 1997 Chevy Blazer, license plate XPZ251. If you're in the Midwest, Chicago, Indiana area, just keep your eye out. There's an Amber Alert, okay? Serious business. Now, on to the next thing. I'm glad you're back with me this week. We're still talking about communication, and so I definitely want to get through this with you and not be too long. We've been talking about understanding communication. We've been talking about listening, watching, talking, and we've also been talking about saying what you mean and meaning what you say. That was last week. But this week, I want to talk about something even better, and it's this. Explanations are not answers, okay? When it comes to communication, I think it's important to understand that explanations are not answers. And I'm going to tell you why, okay? You know I love definitions. You know I love to get into the dictionary. So if you look up what an answer is, okay, you might find something like this. A reply to a question, or a demand, or a call, or a need. Something that you speak, write, or sign. Something that you give an account for, right? A response, something that you become responsible for in a sort of way. And answers are usually simple, right? To a problem or a question or something, you would say, what is 2 plus 2? The answer is 4. FourWords Monday. Check it out. Now, an explanation, on the other hand, is the process of making something clear. It's giving reasons, right? It's making something easy to understand, right? Going into depth. That process of telling or showing or like the cause of something, right? Process. It takes more than just the answer. It takes a process of making sense of that answer, right? So, why are explanations not answers, and why is this so important when it comes to communication? Well, first of all, answers are responses, right? You do something, I respond. You ask something, I respond. It shouldn't be difficult, it shouldn't be hard, right? Especially if you're saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Now, if somebody doesn't understand what you mean, or doesn't really get what you're saying, or you've given them the answer and now they want you to go further into depth, then you would go into a process of clarification, which would be your explanation. Oftentimes I find that, even sometimes myself, when I'm asked a question or when I ask somebody a question, they go into this whole process of telling me things I didn't ask just to get to the answer, by which that time I've already lost interest or felt like you wasted my time, and now your answer either doesn't matter as much, or I'm irritated to hear your answer, or I'm not listening the way I should be for the answer because you're going through this process of clarifying something that didn't need clarification. Now, why do we sometimes give explanations rather than answers? A lot of times, like I said, we haven't been taught these different forms and facets of communication, and making it easier and simpler for each other. And that's okay. That's why we're doing these videos. But I find that a lot of times when people give the answer, or the simple answer the first time, because of how people respond to their answers, they can become defensive, or they feel like they're being judged for their answers, or they have this fear of being misunderstood in their answer. And so sometimes we go through a process of explaining before we want the answer, right? I don't really watch TV, but I was at work, and of course, they're talking about Donald Trump and him not paying taxes, and somebody made a comment like, "Oh, Donald Trump isn't paying taxes, right? We need an answer for this, right? Why isn't Donald Trump paying taxes?" And I was like, "Do you really want the answer? Like, the answer is that, he's not paying taxes because he found a way not to, or because of how his business structure is, or it's very, very simple. He's not doing it, or he didn't do it, or he doesn't have to do it, right? Whatever." But when you say we need answers, or we need a clear answer, what you really might be saying is we want an explanation of how it is that Donald Trump is not paying any taxes, or whatever, right? Or I ask you, "Are you hungry?" and you start giving me this long speech about how you woke up and was late for work, that you grabbed a banana on the way out, and 3 minutes later you're like, "Well, I don't really think I'm hungry." I didn't need all the explanation. All you had to say was yes or no. So simple things like that. I'm sure you can find more times that happens if you think about your day, or tomorrow maybe making an experience of asking people questions that don't really need explanations but answers, and see how they respond. But I promise you, if you just take a second to think when somebody asks you a question, when you ask somebody a question, and choose your words wisely, you'll find that you don't need an explanation. And a lot of times we don't even want to give explanations. And I think that if people want explanations, they should ask for explanations and stop asking simple questions that beg simple answers. Okay, it's FourWords Monday. It's your boy Valet, d-roc. Go out there. I hope you can take that and run with it. We're just trying to get better forward motion all the time. Just remember, do you really want the answer? You might not like it. You might not want to accept it. Or do you really want the explanation? Think about that. Let me know what you think. I love you guys. It's your boy, Valet all day. I'm getting ready to go to work.
And I could point out all the things about how bad this life can seem, but we work hard, we making it, forward motion on everything.